Hi guys. So I have Maddie just outside the facility, so we're not even across the street. She's a little bit more comfortable here, but this is starting where we start seeing those like fear-ish behaviors on the leash. So how I want you to practice this is with your leash, you're gonna have one hand to be your anchor hand. This is the hand that is like a secondary backup. It's gonna hold the end of the leash. You can have it on your arm and then hold it. Doesn't really matter. The hand that Maddie is on, whatever side she's on, that's gonna be your talking hand. Now, you can only see her head, and I apologize, but her length of her body has to be along your hip. This is her right for walks. It's a privilege to be ahead of you, behind you, kind of like more space than what this right here is. That's a privilege. So, and especially with this nervous cyst, I want her to focus on, hi, being next to you is safe. This is a cue of safety and not, I just kind of that fight or flight where she just like, I have to flee. It's, hey, I need to stick with my person. Maddie. So I think you can see where she is just sitting here like, I am ready to go. I'm sitting, but I am ready to go. In this situation, what I want is her to turn around and focus on me. Maddie. Yes, good girl. Come here. Yes. Sit. Yes. That's a good girl. And sometimes in this situation, she won't take treats, and that's okay. We'll give her some love. But what we're going to do is practice go up and down just the sidewalk for maybe 5 minutes. She'll get better over time, but this is where we're talking about that exposure therapy. We're kind of stressful and then getting relaxed, and then kind of stressful and getting relaxed. She is in her martingale collar. I did tighten it up just a little bit so it sits a little bit higher in her neck, a little bit smoother, a little safer. But as I walk, I'll kind of tell you what we're doing. So again, right next to my left side, I have my talking hand, my anchor hand. I'm going to tell her, let's go. We're going to walk. If she tugs on me, I'm going to give her a tug and release. Now, she does hard pulls. So this is where after you hit 3, you can give her the whole leash and walk backwards. When she's with me, yes, good girl. Now we can walk the way we came. Maddie. Yes, good girl. Let's go. Yes. Correction. Correction. Third correction, I'll walk backwards. Come on. Yes, good girl. So let me film it this way so hopefully you can see it. So, second that leash. Come on. Nope, let's go. So first correction, nope, stay with me. Second correction, nope, stay with me. She does it again. I'm going to drop the talking hand. Oh, good girl. You just want to go that way. Nope. Come on, kid. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Good girl. The idea is that you're going to walk backwards. Nope. You're going to walk backwards, creating where she would ideally has to follow you. She is just not paying attention when we're outside in this environment. And what I want her to do is cue into the human of, hey, I need to check in versus just, I gotta go. So, hi, good girl. Yes. Let me see if I can film it in the training room. I don't know if there's enough space to film it, but I'll see if I can film you a couple different techniques to work on with that leash work, so you can know how to practice it. We are practicing going to different places, different locations, just to help her expose and relax. And I'll see if I can film some of those today. But while we're out in public, and especially with how strong she pulls, I want to make sure that she's safe. So camera unfortunately comes last. It's an extra. But I think we should be able to get some, but just in case you're like, hey, this was kind of a short video, it's because I wanted to work her and focus on her safety. I never want a dog to dart awesomely and get away from me, which is why we always talk about secondary contact, which is, hey, here's one hand, here's the second hand. Or when I have the leash in one hand, it's looped around a finger, it's looped on my arm, and I hold it. So that way, whatever happens, there's at least like 3 locks almost on my arm. But let me know if you have any questions. I'll see if I can film those other things. All right, so I wanted to film those techniques in one of our indoor playrooms so you can kind of see the full expanse. And I'm just realizing you can't see really well from there. So let's move you over here. Okay, so when you're working, let me bring it down just a little bit. All right, so when you're working with Maddie, what I want you to focus on, honestly, is think of these as different tools in your toolkit. So you don't have to use all of these. You don't have to do each one in like a series. Truly, this is like You tried one technique, it's not working, cool, let's go to a different one. Or, hey, I'm not feeling this one today, let's try a different one. So one of the first ones I'm going to recommend is when you have Maddie's breakfast or dinner. Hey, sweet girl, you're tired. You're tired. Come on. Come on, sit. Yes. Are you tired? Are you tired? Come on. Up. Good. Ma'am. Ma'am, come on, sit. Come on. Come on. Maddie. Hi, sweet girl. Can I move this? Good. Okay, so when we're not pancaking on the ground and being cute, what I want you to do is you're gonna hold it in one hand and you're gonna have some of her food in a bag or with some treats. And what you're gonna do is as you walk, let's go. When she checks in with you, Maddie, yes, good girl. She gets a little treat and then she gets to go explore. So we're walking, she's with me, yes, good girl, I'm gonna reward, and then I'm gonna keep walking. And if she checks in, so like right here, she's pulling, Maddie, yes, good girl. Oh, did you lose that? Here you go. The idea is that it's not so much about calling her to you, it's more of when she gives you the attention, I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's good focus. Good girl. So as we walk around, again, I'm okay with her going around me. I'm not focused on truly anything but her body position with me. I'm also working on that your hip right here is like a Pez dispenser. It's like, ooh, I want a treat. Hey, how's it going? So this is where using her breakfast, using her dinner, having that just natural drive for food, you don't have to do treat. It can be part of her meal. And then half of her breakfast, half of her dinner, you do that. And then, okay, let's go inside and she gets to finish the rest of it. You can literally go up and down your neighborhood, your driveway. You don't have to do a full-on walk. You can do like 2 or 3 houses just back and forth. The idea is that we want this right here to be that focus of like, oh, hey, I'm right here. And kind of sweeten in the deal, if that makes any sense. Are you tired already, goofball? Come here. Come on, Maddie. Come on. Yeah, sit. Yes. I'd still recommend playing. Did you get that? It's right here. Yes, I do. Thank you. I'd still recommend playing name game with her, working on her, getting her to come and sit in front of you, still working on that practice if it's a higher value. When we were outside this morning, we had a couple trucks were actually by the street. We sat in the shade and I just waited for her to look at me. So when we saw a big scary thing, which was a truck, a couple cars, we had some dogs barking at us as they drove past. When she'd look at them, I'd shove a treat in her face. Now, sometimes she'd take the treat, sometimes she wouldn't. She's just off camera. Of course you're just off camera. But yes, good girl. I want that engagement of, you saw the thing that's scary. Thank you for looking at it. Woohoo, you survived. Almost like making it a tattletale of, look, there it is. Look, there it is. And she gets rewarded each and every time. Come here. Come on. Oh, baby. That's what I want you to focus on, this one, and then the technique of going back and forth with the tug and release. There's a couple other ones that I was thinking of filming for you, but honestly, I have to show you this. Hi, sweet girl. That's a good girl. Honestly, I want you to still sweeten that focus of praise and that you guys are safe in these environments. Come here, sit. Because she is such a happy girl. And like today, I want to rebuild her confidence because we did do something scary. Come on. Yes. Can we sit? Good. And then you're going to plop down, aren't you? Wait. Yes. Look at that. That's a good girl. Okay. But doing something fun with her, doing positive things. Hi. She's a good girl. Will be a big, I want to keep fostering that besides working through some of that fear. We'll keep working on it, but focus on this, focus on her and building a relationship as a positive, even more so. Thanks, guys.